Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Berdel Warrior with the Think and Grow Rich community, and we're going to talk about Chapter 13, the Six Senses. Napoleon Hill is talking about the six senses. He stated that the 13th principle is known as the six senses through which infinite intelligence may and will communicate voluntarily with any effort, form, or demands by the individual. Okay, so when we think about the six senses, is the portion of your subconscious mind which it's referring to your creative imagination. But then here's another thing, is also referred to as the receiving set through which your ideas, your plans, your thoughts flash into mind. Okay, the flashes are sometimes called hunches or inspirations. Okay, so another step he talked about, in order for us to understand the six senses, we need to apply the other 12 principle, because the six senses, this is the 13th principle. So in order to understand this particular chapter, you need to have already mastered the other 12, okay? And then by you mastering the other 12, then you can decide whether or not the principles are facts or they're fiction, okay? So, and also Mr. Hill talks about his imaginary council members, okay? And he had at this time he had a group of 9 people, but then as he continued with this process, he had additional people. But he did this process before he fell asleep. He shut his eye and he had imagined having these counselors that he talk with. He was a man, he had a defined purpose, and he had a desire, like for instance, you might have an artist, have an idea, they look at a certain scene or a picture or a view, and they want to say, okay, they have an idea of how they want to paint that picture. Or an architect have a design in his mind of a house that he wants to build. So then he has that, and then he has a defined plan. He has a particular house that he wants to create. So then he goes and then he focus on that, okay, until he has a plan, then he has a vision, he put all that together, and then it works for him. Another thing you want to talk about here, Mr. Hill talks about, he said the sixth senses is not something that one can take off or put on at will. The ability to use this great power comes slowly through application of the other principle outlined. We talk about the other 12 principle. And then he also stated that seldom does any individual come into a workable knowledge of the sixth sense before the age of 40. And he says most often the knowledge is not available until one is well past 50. And this for the reason that the spiritual forces with which the six senses is so closely related, do not mature and become usable except through years of meditation, self-examination, and serious thought. Okay, so keep that in mind. So, whatever it is that you want to create, I mean, if you're an entrepreneur or a stay-at-home mom, you might thinking about starting that particular business. Put it on paper, first put it on paper, okay? And then come up with a why. Why are you doing that? Why, I have a mentor, as I always state, your why is supposed to make you cry. So what is it that you really want to do? Whether or not you want to set money aside for your kids to go to college, or, you might want to go and take this elaborate vacation with your family, whatever it is, figure out the reason why. Why is it that you're getting up early in the morning or getting up in the morning period to go to work or whatever it is, maybe to clean the house, whatever that is, pick up the phone one more time, staying up late at night, being an entrepreneur like myself, I'm up early in the morning and then I'm up late at night and trying to get, particular items or project done. So whatever it is for you, just decide, put it and make a plan, make it plain, write it, okay? And then also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you guard your thought, with the desire that you want in your life. Your desire, your thought, you want to be able to attract whatever it is. Keep in mind though, whatever your thought is, whether it's positive, you're going to get more of that. So if you are looking for more of the positive, then that's what you think about. Okay, but however, if you go on the negative side, you're going to get more of the negativity that's going on in your life. So stay away from that. Okay, so guard your thought, guard your mind at all times. Okay, and then Hill also talks about most people don't understand the Think and Grow Rich book until you study it within a mastermind community. I know a lot of people have different version of Think and Grow Rich. However, for me, I didn't get a clear understanding until I start working within each chapter within a mastermind community. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So, also remember that anything that you anything that you do, okay, do it to your best of your ability, okay? Anything that you do and everything that you do, just keep in mind of why you're doing it and have your thought gear on doing that. And then another thing, stop getting in the process of multitasking. Focus on one task at a time and get that one done, and then you move on to the other tasks, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Berdel Warrior with the Think and Grow Rich community. And until next week, we'll talk about chapter 15. Okay. So until then, talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.